And as uncertainty continues to swirl surrounding tariffs and the economy, we're tackling the spring housing market this morning with Michael St. Jean of Michael St. Jean Realty. What does the market look like right now with all that uncertainty?
Good morning. The market is definitely, uncertainty is the word of this period of time for sure. Since the beginning of the year, with all of the news out of the United States, Donald Trump, tariffs, the economy, we're seeing some fear. And anytime you have uncertainty, people do tend to hesitate, tend to delay plans. And kind of want to wait and see what happens.
Are you seeing that a lot? People concerned about those tariffs delaying whether or not they want to purchase or sell their homes?
To some degree. The real estate market slowed down over the last 24 months, at least from the COVID peaks, which of course were unsustainable levels of sales. But we've seen a dip down a little bit again since probably around February, once the news started out of the United States.
How big of an impact have the interest rates been?
Rates going down are always a positive thing. We've had about 7 cuts, I believe, since rates were put on hold. So that's been very positive. You see lots of activity as a result of that, positivity increasing, and of course affordability becoming a little bit easier for buyers when going out to get a mortgage.
So would you say we're in a buyer's market right now, or are we in a seller's market?
We're technically in a balanced market. Now, obviously, every community has its own dynamics, but overall, we're in a balanced market. Things are not, too far in the favor of buyers, not too far in the favor of sellers. We're sort of right in the middle.
Do you see this upcoming election as having any kind of impact on the housing market?
I think just psychological impact, just the same way that, negative news from the United States can cause buyers to maybe hold off a little bit. I think we'll see once the election it takes place, people will kind of jump back in after kind of knowing where things land.
Now, the party leaders are obviously promising to build hundreds of thousands of new homes in the next 4 years. What does that do for the housing market, the inundation of new property?
Well, we've been hearing similar promises from everyone for the last 5 to 10 years, and of course we haven't seen any new homes built. Even if any of those plans were to materialize, we're about a decade away at least from becoming balanced.
What do you predict for the rest of the spring housing market?
I think the fear from the tariffs is starting to wear off. I think the election taking place will add another boost to the confidence out there. We'll probably see at least a couple more interest rate hikes. And the year started off actually very busy, December, January. It was February where we saw a little bit of drop off in activity. Things have picked back up. March, April have been decent months. I think you're just going to see sales increasing from this point forward.
All right, so in about 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds, just what advice would you have for someone who's looking to either get into the housing market or change homes?
From a buying perspective, this is the climate that everyone had been waiting for years. Balanced market, the ability to put conditions in offers, to negotiate a little bit, to not feel the pressure of multiple offers and bidding wars. From a seller's end of things, the market is balanced, and it's doing well if you're priced appropriately. So price is everything.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much for your time, Michael St. Jean. Michael St. Jean Realty. Lots more Morning Live coming your way. Stay tuned.